Hey, it's November 3rd. It's our first day in Nicaragua. So we got in, and Rachel and I were like, we just can't get into a new country and sleep, right? So we got up, we just grabbed. So it's Nicaragua, so you can drink. We were having beers in the taxi, and we just grabbed our beers because it's open container here. So we just grabbed a couple of beers and walked around town. We had the security guard let us out, let him know what we were doing, and just in Spanish because there's no English, and went walking. Right, we just we went down to the beach because we're one block off the beach. We don't face the beach, but if I lean out the front door, I can see the water. So we're right at the water. Just walked to the beach, and then we walked to the south towards Costa Rica. I mean, we didn't go anywhere near that far, but we probably went about half a kilometer that way, all the way to the end of the main beach. Walked around some of the neighborhoods up there, found some really bad stuff, found some unbelievably nice stuff. Had some local neighborhood dogs follow us around. It was pretty cool, and came down to the beach again, and then went down the other way, most of the way down the beach, and then just crisscrossed. Found so many restaurants, including the local taco stop, which is part of the chain that we used to live next to in Granada. I used to get tacos there; they were great. Found so many restaurants we want to eat at. It's actually going to be a challenge to find time to eat at all the places we want to eat, and a challenge not to gain 20 pounds. But it's going to be an experience. This is the first time for Alan and Teeny outside of the U.S. at all, and to do it in southern Nicaragua is a pretty huge leap right into the third world. And even though San Juan del Sur is, one of the most affluent parts of Nicaragua, even just tin roofs, even just the way power lines are done, the way the taxis are, the way that people run in the road, the lack of sidewalks, every little thing is like, whoa, this is not exactly what I was expecting. So the amount of culture shock here is really extreme. So that's it's going to be challenging, but it's also really cool. So they got up around 10, had to do some stuff. They ended up changing rooms, but they went down. Breakfast ended up being free, and the restaurant looks amazing. So, look, I'm not gonna be able to video that this morning because I got to charge my phone. I got to charge it in the room. But when I do go down, I'll go offline. But I can't wait to try out the food out there. But they seem to really like their food and everything, but are pretty exhausted. So they're going back to bed and aren't. And I managed to grab Alan and I'm like, lean out the door at least. And like, there's a gelateria directly across the street, which is gorgeous. And I'm like, lean over, that's the Pacific. And he's like, whoa. Like, he had no idea we were sitting on the water. Because the whole drive here, you never see the water, you never see anything that suggests there's a beach. It's just, jungle and city and like villages. And like, they were amazed by how many trees Nicaragua has because it is a heavily treed country. It is just green as green can be. Which, having lived here, I kind of don't think about the fact that there's always trees. But there really are. They are everywhere all the time. You never get away from the tree cover. And so we made it basically in trees all the way to our hotel. And obviously we came in not from the water, so they never saw anything related to water whatsoever. So that the fact that the Pacific Ocean is one block away and we can see it from our front door, kind of surprising. So once they wake up in probably an hour or two, we've taken them out to explore and find like street food or something and figuring out what there is to do. Rachel and I will probably go explore pretty soon because we need to figure out where the neighborhoods are and things. And there's just so much more to see in daylight than at night. But she's super excited, like just going for a walk last night and seeing, because this is her first time in Central America. She's been to several countries and she's been to Africa, to places that are a bit poorer than here, and that would be even more of a culture shock. So she's not having a culture shock, but there's just a lot of this is all new and very exciting. So that's where we are this morning. It's coming up on noon, and I'm ready to get some food. That restaurant down there looks fantastic.